Raiders! Welcome back to the channel. It's Bobby here. I hope you're all doing amazing and thank you for joining me today. So what's happening today? What are we doing? First off, this is my friend's account, the same friend that I told you in a previous video that had pulled a legendary champion out of an ancient shard. And the legendary champion he had pulled, this is Jintoro. He looks absolutely amazing though. I haven't tested him out, but my friend's telling me that he is very good champion. Also, as you can see here, he has 5 legendaries in total, and that's a lot. That's even more than I have, and he's at level 47. So he has some good champions here. He has Seer, also he has Bauf, another one that I'm seeing, Kellen the Shrike. A lot of good champions, man. We're seeing Board, the Bard. Damn! Surprisingly good champions here on this account. Given that my friend asked me to pull his sacred shards because first off, there is progressive chance and my friend doesn't like playing by the rules. So he is pulling his shards out of 2x events. I already gave him my advice to not do that, but you know, I can't do nothing about it because it's his own account, so he just does whatever he wants to, and I'm okay with that. That's his account. Nothing I can do, right? If you want to become a part of my squad in Raid, click my link in the description to get a free legendary as well as 4 free epics as you level up. Let me show you how. Step number 1, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Step number 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step number 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Simple as that. Step number 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. That's all you need to do to get a free Karato as well as Ugo, Raktordrat, Tagor and Mausoleum Mage. Don't let this slide and click my link right now. So he asked me to pull his sacred shards. They are exactly 4. We're hoping to strike gold here. And the other reason why we're opening his shards today, this is because there is a summon rush event. And he personally wants to get up to this point right here so he can get some Titan points and actually right here reach to another milestone and get the rewards from the Titan event, which is also another good strategy if you ask me, because look at how many points you're going to get out of a sacred shards. This is a lot. This is 500 points. So that's his main goal right now, and he asked me to do it, even though you know my luck with shards, right? But what can I say? I just thank you my friend for this. We're really hoping that opening your shards on your account would give me some luck, right? Because when I'm opening my shards on my main account, things are not looking so great, right? But today is gonna be different, right? Also, we are in a different setting, as you can see, guys. The reason for that is that at home they're doing repairs of the whole room and it's a mess, and I just couldn't record my videos there, and thanks to my friend, I'm in his house, and that's why the setting is kind of different. I don't know why I'm saying that, but you know, I feel close to you guys and I just wanted to share it in case you're wondering. Now it's actually time to pull some shards, right? Are you excited? Because personally, I am. So before we open the shards, I wanted to take a closer look at his champions and see what do he have and what is he missing. So first off, we have Alice as a main nuker. Congrats, she's really powerful here. I'm seeing 70,000 power and more. This is great. So she's the main nuker of the team. I suppose that he's using her in a lot of areas, which is great. We have Alice, she's strong. Next we have Martyr. Martyr is really nice champion, and she's one of the few champions in the game that has counter attack to the whole team. Basically, she can be really powerful if she's equipped right. And her main area that she's good at is definitely for clan boss. So alright, we have a legendary champion that can be used against clan boss. Not also, but you know, mainly. Next off, we have Seer. Seer, damn, I'm kind of envy on this one. I want Seer on my team so badly. This champion clears waves fast than lightning, you know? especially if you manage to build her with enough crit rate. What I'm seeing here is that she's standing at how much crit rate? 56. That's actually too low, unfortunately. I would recommend you rebuild her and get her crit rate as close as to 100 as possible. She's really good waiver clearer, and she teams really good with Mausoleum Mage. And this is like that namely because Seer has this special power of removing all buffs from all allies and enemies, then attacks all enemies, and damage increases according to the number of removed buffs. This is amazing. Together, paired with Mausoleum Mage, they could be a really good combo, namely because Mausoleum Mage is placing a lot of buffs on the team, and together they would just kick asses, you know. Alright, next up we have Loki. Man, I hate Loki. I hate Loki, kinda. He has all those buffs, debuffs. He's kind of complex champion for me. He's like the trickster of the game. If he's built the right way, he can just keep your team alive and just block all the debuffs of the opponent. You could never get a chance against Loki if he's built right. That's why I hate him. This is the main reason why I hate Loki, because every time I'm playing against this one, not every time, but you know, most times, every time he's actually blocking the debuffs of my champions, and they can't do shit, alright? So yeah, he's a great champion, so good to have him on the team. Unfortunately, I did not. Next up, we have Kale. Nothing to discuss here. You already know a lot of things about Kale. He has AoE attacks, poisons, good stuff. Next off, we have Shenna. Actually, this champion is kinda unknown to me, but let's see what she does, man. She attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 30% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. That's cool. Decreased defense debuff. Alright. Next off, A2. Transfers all debuffs from this champion to a target enemy, then attacks enemy 3 times. The first hit increases the duration of all debuffs on the target by 1 turn. The second hit decreases the duration of all buffs on the target by 1 turn, and also increases the duration of all buffs on this champion by 1 turn after attacking. A3 attacks all enemies 2 times. I guess this hits hard, man. Alright, the first hit removes all buffs. The second hit will ignore 20% of the target's defense against targets that have no active skills. Wow, I feel like her A3 is really powerful, especially in PvP and also in areas like Hydra, Doom Tower. Could be really useful. Also the arena. Yeah, I feel like she's strong. Also, I told you that I don't know anything about this champion, but the truth is I have actually tested her once. I just forgot how she works, man. When I don't have a champion, I'm starting to forget things, but actually, she's really good. He has a lot of good champions here, and I'm kind of envy, you know? So many legendaries for his level. That's crazy. All right, and we have here Jintoro. Jintoro, man. Let's see what he does. He attacks one enemy and grants extra turn if this attack kills an enemy. His A2 attacks one enemy, steals 100% of the target's turn meter, decreases the cooldowns of Ani's rage by 1 turn if the target is immune to turn meter reduction effects. Okay. And finally, Ani's rage. Oh, wait a second. Decreases the cooldown of Ani's rage. So this one decreases the cooldown of his A3. So instead of 4, it will become 3, and if you book the skill, it will become 2. So that's actually really strong there. And let's see the A3. Attacks one enemy, places a 60% decreased defense debuff and a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. So that decreased defense would be really helpful against your opponents in the arena or dark team arena. He also places a weaken debuff that can be used against clan boss. Yeah, let's finish this. Will attack 5 times instead of 1 on every 4th use of the skill against the same target in 1 round. Nice, that's actually really good. And we have a passive here. All turn meter fill effects are increased by 50% when used on this champion. Whoa, are you kidding me? This is insane passive. And we finally have his aura, which increases the ally attack in all battles by 29. By 29? Why exactly 29? It could be 30, but alright, never mind. With this skill set, Jintora could be used against Fire Knights, really useful there. Also, some of the bosses in Doom Tower. And I think against opponents in the arena, he'll just smash it. The good thing is that we have also another champion that would just smash it in Fire Knights. So I guess they two combined would just kill it. And now guys, it's finally time to move on to the important part of this video. And this is namely to open the sacred shards. So let's take a quick look at what champions do we have here on the progressive chance. So the first one is a Thorian. Next off we have the Cheshire Cat. Another champion from the Demon Spawn faction is Heprak. Next we have Calvalax, and finally from the legendary champions we have Sun Wukong. From the epic champions, first off we have Geomancer, second Farrakhan, or am I right guys? I'm not sure about this one. But yeah, and finally we have Allure. The only thing I know is that we definitely don't want Sun Wukong on the team. Everybody else is just welcomed. I have put Cheshire Cat, and on the second place we want to remove Allure actually and fill it up with Geomancer. So let's confirm this real quick. And now let's start with the pulling finally. Let's do this guys. We're starting with the first one. Oh, let's hit go. Alright, we've got an epic here. We have Luthia. Nice. Alright, let's quickly check what she does. On her A1, she attacks one enemy and has 30% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff for 2 turns. It's too little. It's only 5% poison debuff. Not great, not terrible. Alright, A2 attacks 3 times at random, and each hit has a 25% chance of placing a freeze debuff for 1 turn. Okay. Attacks all enemies and has a 75% chance of placing 30% decrease speed debuff for 2 turns. That's actually quite nice. I feel like her power comes from her A3, but in the same time, she would be very easily outclassed by better champions. So we're moving on to our second shard for today. Eyes on the prize, guys. Let's do this. Okay, please. We're locking silver. This can't be happening right now. Alright guys, let me just quickly sell something to get some silver, and I'm gonna get back to you. Alright guys, I'm back. We've managed to sell some artifacts that we don't need on this account, and we're ready to move forward. Let's do this. Oh, come on. Okay, another epic. We've got Drumbar. I've actually have this guy on my main account. The problem is that he's currently sitting in the reserve vault for my main account. Not because he's not good or something, but I still haven't found his best use, and I'm just not sure where he would shine the most. But I should probably use him because at his A3 he places a 50% ally protection buff on all allies except for himself. He's actually really strong defense champion. Up until this point, I just had forgot about him, that he's sitting in my reserve vault. I just need to start using this guy. He can actually really help me against Hydra in Doom Tower as well. His A2 is AoE attack, which also removes 1 random debuff from all allies before attacking, and the damage increases by 5% for each debuff removed. And finally, his A1 attacks 1 enemy 2 times, and the first hit has 30% chance of placing a 25% weakened debuff for 2 turns, and the second hit has a 30% chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns. He is decent, his A3 is really nice, his passive is also not bad, but I also feel like he's easily outclassed by better champions. Maybe that's why I haven't used him yet. But he can play a good role in your Hydra team, and this is really what I need right now. I have to build a team for Hydra on my main account, so maybe I'll consider using this guy. That progressive chance better start kicking in soon, because bro, we have 2 more shards. Let's do this. Okay. It's a legendary! Who is this? King Dalkobar. Yes, that's what we needed. We managed to strike gold on the 3rd chart. I cannot believe that. Like, why is this not happening when I'm playing and pulling charts on my main account? This is not fair. This is not fair. That's a massive pull for this account, guys. I'm super happy and impatient to actually tell my friend about this. And see, I still have some luck in me, right? So let's check his skills. The first one attacks one enemy and places a shield buff for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest HP. The value of the shield is equal to 15% of the ally's max HP. The second one attacks all enemies and has an 80% chance of removing all debuffs. Also places some poison debuff for 2 turns on each enemy for every debuff removed from them. Sorry, for every buff removed from them. And also has an 18% chance of placing a blood buffs debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Also, his 8-3 removes all debuffs from all allies, also has some percentage continuous heal and also shield, which means his kit is actually quite nice. It revolves mainly around placing shield buffs and actually protecting the team. Also, we have full team cleanse with some continuous heals on the allies, which is absolutely great. And if I'm sure we don't have any good champion that can really help with your champion staying alive longer. Let me quickly check that. Yes, I got that. So this is a really massive pull for this account, and I really hope he would be at a great usage for my friend. This was actually quite nice. If I have to be honest, I didn't expect to pull a legendary from this session, but yeah, we're there and I'm so happy about it. And finally, we have the last sacred shard. All right, let's do this, guys. I'm super hyped right now. Imagine a second legendary. Yeah, that was almost impossible to happen, but you know, hope dies last. So finally, the last champion we've hit. This is missionary. Not 10 out of 10, but progress is progress, right? We still got something, an epic champion. We'll take it for today, fusion material tomorrow, you know? On his A1, he attacks one enemy and has a 20% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. His A2 is all about placing provoke debuff and also 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns. And if this champion's current HP is higher than the target's current HP, so this one is conditional, the decreased attack debuff is conditional. And finally, his A3 is also against one enemy, which is not really good, you know. Decreases the target's turn meter by 50%. This is nice, huge. Has a 75% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns, and also has a 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. So basically all of his skills are single target, and this is not really nice, you know? So I consider this as not very good pull. But not every shard could be a winner, right? So we'll take it. My friend would probably use this one as food, I'm pretty sure of it. But you know, we are really happy that at least we pulled one legendary, man, and this is not happening every single day. So we have a big win here. That was the ride. Some highs, some lows, but that's the life of shard pulling, right? Thanks for hanging out, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe for the channel for more content. And tell me in the comments what's the best thing that you pulled recently. I'm pretty curious. See you in the next video, guys, and I wish you have a great day. Bye!